Okay, we're good.
All right, we on.
All right, good, 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 good. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Living Abroad. Please keep subscribing, liking, and sharing the videos. Yes, so today we have my brother from Southern Africa, Mr. Claude. Please introduce yourself. I don't like introducing people because you know, it's better if you tell people who you are and what you're about. So please.
If you had all my qualifications, it would be a long script.
Okay, okay, okay. Keep it short, but tell us everything, who you are.
My name is Claude. I live in Glasgow. I'm from Southern Africa, as she says. My father is Zambian, and I was born in Zimbabwe. My mom is Kalama. And I grew up speaking Ndebele and Zulu, so those are kind of the languages that I know. But English, yeah, and Scottish.
Oh, you're Scottish. So how long have you been here for?
Since 2001. I can't remember the years, man. It's too long.
Oh my God. So you've not been back home since then? Yeah. So whereabouts in Zim you were born?
In Blawayo, we came as asylum seekers. That was 2001 in Zimbabwe. I think that was the time when the farms were being taken, and it was just like a lot of commotion going on.
So your story was like you were a farmer, you were a white farmer.
I was not a white farmer, man.
Okay, so how has it been? Like, how has it been here?
No, here. Uh, you know, in this country, like coming from Zim, to be honest, there's not much difference. Like for me as a Zimbabwean, most of this that grew up in a metropolis, it's not much different. But obviously here it's a bit richer. But the culture and everything and us back home, I think is more or less the same. But yeah, it depends maybe what part of the country you grew up in.
Mm. But like, to be honest, and this is a question I ask most Zimbabwean like brothers I meet, right? So you guys left and then you came here to this country. So why would you say like is there, because like for us during the apartheid, so what is it about you guys? Why did you just like you just left?
Lina Pella, during apartheid, you were in an open prison. You were not allowed to leave. That's different from us. You were not allowed to leave. We were allowed to leave. Like,
Also, you say as South Africans, we must not think we were like also brave. It's because we were not really like allowed to have passports and freely like leave the country.
nothing about bravery because people didn't. No one wanted to live under that thing. You know, so if people were allowed to leave, they would have left. But black people, I think they didn't have passports or anything like that. So it's different.
Because what South Africans are saying now, hey, leave our country. Because us, when we were in trouble, we stayed here, we were fighting. So you say we're lying.
Well, you're in an open prison.
This is the first time, really, like, this is the first time anyone has put it that way, to be honest. Serious.
Yeah.
Because you see, even with like Operation Tudula, that is what most South Africans are saying. They're like, yeah, during apartheid, in Lana, we were fighting.
I do support them, especially when they talk about illegal migration, which is people that are not documented. It's a problem. It's a crime that has happened, and the government has to track who he is. But they black on black, because people in Operation Tudula one, they were too young when apartheid was happening. They don't know what those foreigners contributed. They don't know. I bet maybe half of the population of Soweto might be foreign related somehow, bloodline.
Especially with Zim, yeah.
And part of the people that are in Operation Tudula there, some of them might be actually not native. So
yeah, maybe Nhlanhla father is yeah, ne? No, the whole thing about the open prison, it's actually interesting because I never thought of it that way. I always thought we were so brave. We stayed in our country, and the only people that were living, they went there to fight and then they came back. I never thought about like, what if we were free to actually leave, have passports and leave?
Those that managed to leave, because in Zimbabwe, I remember even my neighbors at Lokoko, she was a Xhosa woman.
Yeah, when you say Makhatebe, yeah, because
there were people that managed to leave, but those that left, I don't think they had a chance to come back. That's why you go to Zim, you find people like Amafengu, the Xhosas and stuff like that. People that managed to leave. But about locked in South Africa there just to, it was an open air prison, yeah.
Basically. More like Palestine.
Yeah.
Coming here, how easy was it for you guys at that time?
At that time, when I came here, in Zim, we didn't need visas to come to the UK. I remember going to Air Zimbabwe to ask, I said, I want to go to the UK. They say, yeah, just buy your ticket and go to the airport.
It was that easy, really?
Yeah. Because you couldn't have a visa with the UK.
Also, you'll just come and then you get your visitor's visa in the airport.
Yes. Then some people that were asylum seekers, you go to the airport and claim your asylum at the airport, at the border.
So what was the reception compared to now? Because now, hey, they're not buying this whole immigrants, asylum, blah, blah. How easy was it? And what was the reception at that time?
Coming from Africa and coming here and meeting people that are so polite, I wouldn't say it was easy, but the people were so polite. Like they an ear to listen to you about how your story, how realistic, what you telling them as you're claiming asylum. Obviously, what was happening in Zimbabwe backed up by what was being shown on TV as well.
And when you guys came at that time, right? So you get everything and everyone is polite and the white people are polite this side and there's no division. White people are not staying here and then black people are staying here. Everyone is staying together.
And I was put in a hotel where asylum seekers were housed in Leicester. So when we meet like people from Iraqi, Congo, I think it was my first time to see, in Southern Africa, we do see Muslims, but not serious ones like here.
Yeah.
It was like a culture shock. You know what I mean? It was a culture shock to meet other people that actually can't speak English. Because me, where I grew up, I expected that everyone in the world speak English.
I think for me, one of the shockers for me, I came here in 2010. I think landing like in the airport, and then you see this white woman like mopping the floors like Aibo. What's going on here? And then you see them washing the windows. That is one of the first shockers for me.
Oh yeah, they don't do that in Africa either.
No.
My process took about a year or so. I had my indefinite status. And that time they used to, like, if you're claiming asylum, if you stayed for 6 months, you go and ask for permission to work. So some actually work before their papers, their status approved. I think that's just because of people. Actually, some people, they do abuse the system. They do exploit.
In what way?
I don't know. Some people are printing fake papers and stuff like that.
To be able to work and make money.
To survive, yeah.
I'm sure even as a Kaya, when you came here, they expected like a lot from you.
Yeah, they do. Imagine in Africa, if you're in the UK, they think money drops on trees like what apples do in the summertime. But
so what are you telling them now? It's like, do you have to send the little money that you get from your asylum or what?
Yeah, because that asylum we're being given £35. It was not actually in cash. It was a book, a voucher.
For food.
Yeah, like £35 worth of vouchers to go to Asda or to any shop, your shop. So what we used to, if you want cash, what you used to do is £35, you take that book and sell it to someone for £30 in cash.
Another foreigner.
No, maybe, yeah, another foreign house been here because that book, anyone can use it to buy. Mawufuna case uthumele ekhaya. Because you get that 35 pounds every week, and people back home, they're still expecting something from you.
So now, if you're going to take this 35 pounds that is meant for you to eat, and then you send it back home, what are you telling them at home?
At home, me, what I always say to people back home, it's better they come here and experience it for themselves.
They don't want to. I've tried with my cousins. No, they don't want to. They're like, no, you stay there and send us some money. They don't want it. So if you send this money, so how would you survive then to eat if you're gonna send this 35 pounds?
Where we were living at the time, it was like a hotel, like it was like a hostel. So there were people that were food was there. But the nice thing about this country, even if you don't have money, food is there.
Mm.
There's no way you can sleep hungry. When I'm a food bank, there's churches and
So a lot of people will just survive and then take this money and send it back home.
And it's sad, which is some people started building things back home in 2001, and now some 20 something years later, those people are still here. Those buildings that they started building, then they're starting to crumble.
Because they've not been home.
Not been home. Or even if they've been, at times some people, they've started building back home things that they'll never live in. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We say, ungayakha wena indlu ekhaya manje. Are you live in that house? To be realistic, Pumba?
No. Do you start making money and sending the money back home when you get your papers now?
Yes, you have to. You have to. You have to send the money back home. And on the other hand, don't forget that life don't stop because you're in the UK. If you came here teenager, you will still behave as a teenager. It doesn't change because that now you're not in Africa. What you will grow up, yeah, we get drunk, we smoke weed, we play with girls. Yeah, but we lose it at some stage, just like anyone else would in Africa. And it's not this country we turn into angels.
And how old were you when you moved here?
I was a kid. I was probably 20, 19.
So now you get this freedom. No parents. No one's going to tell you what to do.
My sister was just saying, just do what you want.
And you start playing with the girls.
Start playing with the girls. A couple of them get pregnant. I try to make your own money. And yeah.
For the first time now in your life.
No, I used to work when I was back home.
But this one is a lot. The pounds are more. And the freedom.
And the freedom, and I've got sisters to back me up. I've got sisters. So sending money back home, to me, it was not too much.
Oh, okay.
But you have to send at some point because my mom want to say, I need your money. Yes, I've got money, but I want
yeah.
The thing is, into yokuthanda mankazana, before I stay too long in this country, someone's already pregnant. So I had to
like someone from back home now. Oh.
From a different country.
So which women were you into? What type of women?
Joe, if you are young, you that time you're a bull.
You didn't discriminate.
That you like, let's go.
So how was it for you guys? Because back home, like segregation and white people this side, black people this side. So now it's different. You can date anyone.
Yeah, you can date anyone.
So you're like, I'm gonna explore.
I'm gonna explore. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna travel the world. But yeah, that's what's nice about diversity. Lapha ukuthi abantu, they just live together and things happen. But in South Africa, I don't know what it's got to that stage yet.
No. Yeah. Even though like children, like now people have more money, we can send our kids to these white schools, but it's still not, especially the Afrikaners, it's still not a norm that a black person will date an Afrikaner person. Even sometimes when you see these celebrities with like getting married to white men, it's usually non-South Africans.
It will take time. I think it's the same like in Zim. You white Zims, like white Zimbabweans talking to you. I mean, dealing with black Zimbabwe.
So now, like with your partying and everything, and it's all good. Yeah. So when do you like say, no, the drinking is too much now for you? When did it become like that? Like you're like,
Alcohol.
Mm.
I think now, just after the pandemic, you know, I think the pandemic, and when the pandemic came, I was that time I was living in a hostel. I just separated from someone that I used to live with. So I was just looking for my own house. So as soon as I got my halfway house, boom, lockdown, Man City, things are getting better now. So lockdown for 2 years, we're just sitting at home drinking. And no, I just had a reality check personally and looking around me, what things were happening, you know, my friends dying, and because everything that's been happening is alcohol related. In our community, you know, I mean, it's getting closer to home. I the reality check, then I've got a friend of mine that I rang. I said, yeah, bro, I think I'm getting this problem. What I think saying that too much because I was getting to a stage where I pulls 3 bottles of whiskey a day. And number good doctor says don't stop drinking now till I take you for detox. That's how bad it was.
So the doctor told you don't stop drinking.
Yeah, you get to that stage where if you stop, you might harm yourself because your body is used to that thing.
Your body has to get alcohol a day.
Yeah. Until you're taken for a professional detox.
You can't just stop for yourself.
You can catch seizures. And that's why in this country you find Utabantu people, someone's just been found dead in the house, It's because how people drink in Scotland. And then umuntu akanamali, sometimes people live on their own. Seizure, then that person gone. It's sad.
Yeah. And we don't see this because, you know, like people are staying by themselves here and people don't visit each other. We don't know what the person is doing. Like people suffer on their own, would you say?
Yeah, they do. That's why, like, I'm a platforms like this, like yours. I like actually what you're doing. Yeah, but I like what you're doing because it's about it's where people can meet, and we see how. It's not like we only have to meet when someone is dead, like how we met for Mandla.
Yes, yes.
Community.
So like now, so no one knew that you were drinking because like as much as you were, no one could even pick up that there's a problem.
I was a house drinker, you know.
Because you're on your own, you're in your house, no one is coming to visit.
Yeah, I was. No, I had people coming to visit and drink with me, but I was no longer a person who goes out to the nightclubs. So I've been in Glasgow probably half of the time since you moved here. But you, because I was a house drinker, and my other house drinkers, they are more dangerous than people that go out to drink.
I probably saw you once in Calabash. I think I don't think we even spoke. I was with Mandla just one time. Yeah.
When I come home. I know you saw me the second time when you were sitting in a pub. I came into the pub with that little girl near the train station. You're sitting with Mother as well, again.
Ah, okay. The one we were playing pool. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. The second time, ne?
I remember so that girl passed away as well from alcohol overdose.
What? So this is a thing here in this Glasgow.
Pandemic. Yeah, and it's killing Africans. It's not like it's killing Glaswegians only, you know. So this issue of alcoholism, I know people have problems, refugees and stuff like that who are away from home. And Abanye, they found a sanctuary in alcohol because we don't see each other. People don't have people to talk to.
No, we don't see each other. And even if people are trying to form some sort of group, it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, because some people are not pointed to the right directions. So I'm hoping with people with platforms like yours, if you go around town and just check with my hostels, I'm happy. Where can people get food and where can people just go and chill if they want to talk? So people can be calling you.
But when according to you, what was stressing you? What was eating you like for the point where you drink that much?
Yeah, there's this problem that men don't talk, men don't cry, men don't this and that. We bottle things in. So I cannot point out only one problem about Maningi, this problem of just being in this country, this people dying back home, not managing to go and bury your loved ones, and this problem of like having girlfriends here, children there, you break up, you don't even know where your kids are, starting businesses, you fail, and ekubulala kakhulu futhi ukuthi you're away from home. Home, if anything happens, you've got people, you've got the whole community behind you. And then those things, they hit you hard if you're at home. And some people don't have good coping mechanisms. It's double the thing because men are loving as well to their children. When you get to a stage where you're not allowed to see your kids.
But then, like, if someone is experiencing the same problem, right? I don't know if you can pinpoint, like, at what point when you're like, I'm on today, like, I'm just gonna call someone and get help. What made you pick up the phone?
There's a friend of mine that we talk every day. Yeah, but we were just having a conversation, and I just said, bro, because even though I'm drunk, I always like to have an intellectual a conversation. Now I'm just bro. I think this thing I'm deteriorating because I'd lost weight. I was not eating. I was just drinking. The luck that I had is because I'm a person. I'm not shy to pick up the phone and ask for help if I think I need help. So my guy, he works with the housing. So I check whatever what I know. I've rang this now. He actually rang the number for me. He said, look, these people will ring you in the next half an hour. They rang.
So who are these people?
This one is based in Glasgow. Glasgow City Health and Social Care Partnership. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Under NHS anyway.
Oh,
so
okay.
Most of the time the starting point is actually talking to your doctor and say, look, I think I've got a problem here. Yeah,
but do you think a lot of people, but maybe for you, you were lucky, you can tell and say, okay, I have a problem. Do you think what like how can people recognize it? Like, this is getting out of hand. When should a person be worried? According to your experience.
According to my experience, someone who drinks like quite often, every day. Because I know to be alcoholic, you don't have to be drinking 3 bottles of whiskey every day. There are alcohol, 4 cans of beer a day. So, give me it got how you start getting involved with the law, nomthetho, amaphoyisa, so antisocial behaviors, this and that.
You get violent.
Yeah, not violent. I'm not a violent person. I don't have a violent nature. If I'm drunk, if something starts, yes, yes, I'm 100%.
You will not stop. You don't stop.
I'm a gossip boy. I will eat it. Yeah, but there's the law involved. This and that, and it's just too much that alcohol destroys on a person. I'm not saying people shouldn't drink, but
once it starts destroying your life, disrupting your life,
don't drink for stress. Once it stops serving the purpose, don't drink. Once you start drinking and not enjoying the music or going out to dance, don't do it.
So now, how easy was it then for you to get help?
It is easy because that's why there's the NHS.
Mm.
And the nice thing about Scotland, they want to tackle that issue about addiction, alcohol, drugs, or because people are dying. People are dying. You know.
Sure.
If you are talking, there's one boy, they were shooting up fireworks last night here, like overdose.
On alcohol?
Alcohol and drugs. You know, the youngsters, they drink alcohol, then they smoke this, and then they want to try this and that. The kids, if you see them in these areas here, because they walk around together. So a pandemic here is getting to our community as well, because our children are friends with the white kids. White kids are friends with the Caribbeans. So
now in rehab, ne? How is it? Like, what do they do?
Rehab, you learn more about yourself than you've ever done. Me, when I went to rehab, what it done to me, it humbled me big time. They don't teach you to stop alcohol because no one can teach you how to stop alcohol. But they try to find the root cause of the problem. Like, when did you start and how? And, you know, so how does it accelerate? What is the fear level? Tina, us as Africans, obviously, we're alcoholics before we know it because they can't but the point of view as a kid, so probably by the time we're teenagers or 18, we're already alcoholics. But
and you can even taste umqombothi, it goes around. Yeah.
So we're already alcoholics, but it's not manifested yet.
Yeah. So did you find out the answers? Did you find anything like that surprised you? Something that you didn't know in rehab about yourself?
A lot, yeah.
Such as
I'm a good person actually. I didn't know that I was a good person. I didn't know that I was sensitive. So what they do, you get up every morning and then ulama feelings check. So when you get up in the morning, first things first, there's a little bit of exercise. Then you feeling what you like when I get up and just look at you and say, Pumla, good morning. How do you feel this morning? If I may ask you now, how do you feel?
Me? Stressed, tired. Yeah, that's how I feel this morning.
Yeah, so now that I'm stressed, I'm tired. Then you have to break it down with because what happened yesterday, this and that and that. But you're talking to the people that you live in the same house with, because they 19 or so.
Yeah.
Yesterday maybe the dinner was not nice. Today I feel like this. But you have to be honest to those people. Once you at least those people, they know how to treat you for that day, or at least you've just said it out. So the same class in class, you learn about different things like coping mechanisms. How would you cope if you put in such a situation and you don't want to drink alcohol? But then I think.
So a situation will be like, let's say if you're an alcoholic and then you put in a situation whereby you lose your job. So they basically teach you how. So yeah, what is an alternative in drinking?
That's a trick, Ange. If you're alcoholic and then you lose your job. Like say me, I just came from Rehab, yeah, and I lose my. How would I cope? Yeah, you can find that's where you put in your coping mechanisms. Okay, if I'm gonna pick up, because if you pick up just one, yeah, they say the first drink is the one that gets you drunk. The rest are nothing.
So what would be the coping mechanism then?
It's either just be with the right company. My sponsors, me, I've got one that I can just pick up the phone whenever I feel the age, which now I'm gonna drink. someone that I can pick up the phone and call and just be honest with them. I feel like picking up a drink, what has happened? This and that. Someone who will talk to you, they'll come and pick you up if you want. AA meetings, Alcoholics Anonymous. So those meetings are there every day, all over the. You go and meet the people that feel just like you. You sit down and talk. And, just being there for 1 hour, talking about those things, that's a mechanism. When you go home, you're no longer thinking about drinking. And then with a medication, a composite, the tablets that they gave me are about withdrawals. When you start shaking.
So for you, it was that bad where if you don't drink, you'll start shaking?
Shaking.
Oh, so they give you the medication to help to suppress the withdrawal symptoms.
And then there's another medication if you don't want to drink, like I don't want to drink. Desofram. That one, if you take those tablets and you touch alcohol, there's a possibility you might kill yourself, you might die. So that's what I'm taking right now.
Oh, so you just don't feel like drinking at all? I mean, even in that AA meeting, did you see a lot of like Africans there?
No, that's the sad thing. As far as I'm the only African who goes to AA meetings. I've heard some Africans that say they've been, but I've not seen them because I've been to loads. And that there's a lot of African alcoholics.
Why do you think like us we don't take up those services?
Pride, it's ego, and it's our society. People don't want to talk. People are locked indoors. They are scared. Dignity. If I say this, if I admit that I'm alcoholic, maybe now saying is what or this and that. I'm a reject of the society. No, you're not. If you admit that you're alcoholic, or you're actually helping other people as well.
You're the only person that has come out to speak about alcoholism and addiction and rehab.
Yeah.
And I think some people, because we live these double lives here and home. At home, most of us we don't admit what our lives are really in this, like like overseas. And you're like, if I come out now, people back home will see. Do you think that's maybe part of the problem?
It's part of it. It's dignity. Do people back home watch your podcast?
Yes.
Tell them that your brothers and sisters here, they are suffering alcoholism. When they're stressed, stop asking them for money.
Yes.
Because that's part of the stress. It's not like we don't want to help people back home, because that's what we came here for, but we didn't get what we're expecting. So people are dying here, and it's serious. Half of us are going to go back in coffins because of this alcohol. I don't care.
And stress.
Yeah, stress. Families are separated. Me, since I came here in 2001, all the Africans that I knew were married, Pumla. Everyone was someone's wife. Everyone was husband. All the children, everyone was someone's child. Now, all the families, like someone who crashed glass, like the children have gone that way, the mom is that way, the father is that way. Sad, even if we say we could have go back home, the way assessing Ayola, people are destroyed. Not everyone, but a good chunk of our society.
And I think we don't build communities in this place. You know what I mean? We don't build.
We're in a competition land. I buy the X5 today, me tomorrow I want the X6. I'm competing with Pumla. I'm not in my own life. If Pumla puts a Brazilian weave, I want the Chinese.
We are in competition. We're not building communities. Like even with our children, they have to go and befriend other people's like communities. We don't have that Ubuntu.
No, not here.
you know, like you're speaking about like losing even some friends, right? Particularly like Mandla's, because he was your best friend. Go to rehab after his death.
I went for the second time because the police, they were coming here to see me. They could tell that I was not in a nice state. I was broken.
Mm.
And I just came from rehab. I was helping. I was talking to Mandla. I was trying to help Mandla say, guys, let's sober up this way. Yeah.
Also, you were already in rehab when Mandla died. And then once.
I came out of rehab. I just came out.
Oh, and then after his death, you relapsed.
When I lost him, when Mandla passed away, I went through a serious relapse. Proper long relapse, like, yeah.
What was most painful about his death for you?
No, his mother was a good friend. I mean, like, you're the only friend that I had in Scotland. And he lives just around the corner from me where I live, you see.
Mm.
And we would talk every day. And whatever the circumstances, what hurts me the most, I wish I was there. It would never happen. Because me, I'm good in making peace. I wish, but I walked away because I could feel the vibe. That isn't also it's pretty nice, you know.
But this is what you are talking about, right? Where there's alcohol, there's always disaster follows. Because again, it was drinking.
The drink was involved.
Always.
The drink was, because you drink, what it does, it just amplifies things. So, which is, it's still sad, it's still painful, because I was talking to Sean, there is no day that we go without talking about Smithers.
No, I don't, like, if you know Mandla, you will know Claude and Sean. He will always talk about you guys.
Not talking about us, blaming us for his own mistakes. I want to Claude again. Sean, yeah. I mean, I get right. Wrong.
No, me, I was always the bad one. That, oh, you're not picking up my phone. If I was this bad, oh my God, I was always getting sweated.
I asked him for your number one time. I think he had to go with me for 3 days. Every ntombazana bekuyintombazana.
No, he would always say, oh, let's go out together. As Southern African people, we must marry each other. I'm like, aibo. Like through your rehab and your healing, I started seeing videos of you doing your music. Tell me about that.
Yeah, my music is one of my passions. I started doing this when I was probably in my teenage years, when I was still back home. When the country was, so we used to have youth centers where you can learn these marimbas, and we did travel quite a lot. And coming to this country, I got this one when I was still an asylum seeker.
Okay.
Because we applied for a project funding. So that project, we're working with asylum seekers and homeless people, just integration and this and that. So with both marimbas and drums and everything. So science project for a year. In Leicester, the project finished. Then we kept the instruments. Then we went commercial. So we're playing weddings and hotels.
So you're just working alone now at the moment?
I'm working on my own at the moment. I'm looking for people that want to join in a Southern African cultural group.
No, advertise. Tell them. Come close and tell them.
I'm looking for people that want to join in a Southern African cultural group. So what we'll be doing, musical-based theater, dancing and acting might be involved, you know what I mean? And we'll make our money doing tours, traveling, and on social media as well.
Okay. So you want someone with experience in marimba, or you can teach them?
No, anyone who's willing to, not only marimba, anyone who just enjoys doing art.
Oh, okay. All right.
You don't need to be a particular marimba, because this takes a lifetime to learn. But if it would be a bonus if we get someone who can play. There is money, but a lot of commitment to it.
But are you able to show us something before you go? Like a little bit of like.
Here we go. Which song do you want to?
Nkosi Sikeleli Africa. Can you play?
Okay. I'll put my phone there. Hope you pick up the sound.
Okay, let's hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my cat was munching because it's together. Okay.
Hey, I'm feeling it. Wow.
Yeah.
Jaiva, I'm feeling it. Wow. Yo. I'm feeling it.
There's plenty more. Don't worry, my sister.
There's more where that came from.
Huh?
There's more where that came from. You can play almost any song.
Yeah.
Wow. You see,
yeah. As long as I can sing it, I can play it.
Wow. Yeah, that's advanced, bro.
Yeah.
That's too advanced.
You reckon?
Yo.
Yeah.
Wow, no. Once the group starts, please come to South Lanarkshire and visit us. Teach the kids. Please.
I want you to be a member, Pum.
I
want you to be a member because now I'm on my own. No, but we'll talk.
You want me to learn? You want to teach me?
Then we can start traveling together.
But I can't sing to save my life.
No, but I think you're gifted when it comes to looking for jobs like gigs and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. No, I can be your manager, right? It's a deal. You see, it's good that I did this podcast. Now I got a job.
Yeah, you got a job, you see.
No, Brad, thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much. I'll let you go, and hopefully we can do part 2 of this.
Yeah, I just I'm always available.
No, we'll talk on the phone. Thank you so much.
Okay, Sissy. I'm out.